Hey YouTube, Wild Randall 62 here, and here we go. Have to get back. I'm building me a different charcoal retort. I've been doing, for 4-5 years now, I've been using my Hookway retort, which is just a barrel with a rocket stove in it, and it leaks like a sieve, and you got to insulate it, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. And anyway, so I decided I'd build a different one. Now, this one's based on Charcoal Charlie. That's right. If you don't know Charcoal Charlie, just type in Charcoal Charlie. Also, hopefully the door is gonna, I'll give you a reference on the door when I make the door here. But I got a standard food grade 50-gallon barrel in there. Turns out all barrels are not designed the same. The old barrels actually had a wire welded seam on them. These do not. These have something that's gone down through like a seam with rollers, and they fusion welded it. Anyway, I'm hoping that that weld is going to withstand the pressure that's going on. So what I've done here is I've taken a 270-gallon fuel oil barrel. Now I got this on Marketplace, and it came with the stand already welded on it, and I paid 50 bucks for it. So I made some wheels, put some axles on it, so it's got 4 wheels. They are not guidable. Honest to gosh, if you excuse the mess, that wasn't a good idea. I had to buy them by the pair. There they are. They're steel wheels. You don't want rubber wheels in this, because if you've made charcoal, this thing's going to get pretty damn hot. I don't want the wheels popping on me or anything like that, catching on fire. So basically I just had to do some cutting. I went ahead and torched this out. What's going to happen is, of course, I'm going to load this with the wood that I'm going to turn into charcoal. All right? And at that particular point, it is going to off-gas back out the back, down a burner that's going to be underneath here, and then that smoke that's coming off of the wood that I'm turning into charcoal is going to fire this up. This is basically a retort. It's just a big one, and one I hope I don't have to insulate, because the flames are going to come up the sides, right? Right? Now venting, I'll work on the venting later on. I haven't decided that. I got the chimney hole already cut up there. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Here, there you can. There's the chimney hole. Now is trying to figure out how to put in the barrel supports. These are the barrel supports. I just used the pieces that I cut off of here, and I put some unistrut, welded them together, and I've got them running back there. There's 4 of them. I don't have them all. I didn't want this thing to be super heavy. So far I can push it like nobody. It's easy. Yeah, I can pull it with the lawnmower if I have to. So what I did was I put the barrel on jack stands. See? Jack stands. Got it centered the way I want it and everything. I want some clearance up here, especially for the lid and for the ceiling ring and things like that. I'm going to have a door that closes on this, like I said. And then I went ahead and just put my barrel supports up where I thought I'd like them, you know, and C-clamped them. And then I measured from here to here. And this particular time, it's going to be 19 inches. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and drill holes. I'm not going to try and weld those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes, and I'm going to bolt them in there. The idea is that this is going to be consumable. The barrel is eventually going to break down. Unless you're willing to spend $350 for a stainless steel barrel. I wouldn't do that. I bought this one for 15 bucks. And it came with a lid. Got a really nice ceiling ring too. Let's look at the top again on this other barrel, because this is the only ceiling ring that I'm going to be using. This is the one you want. You want this big ceiling ring with the bolt. There are various other types. Let me show you another one that I've seen used. Here, the one with the handle. This thing will not work. At least it doesn't work good. Then there's even cheaper ones. So, you know, you kind of have to scrounge this stuff up. I actually found this in a parking lot behind Rural King. So that's not going to seal either. I have tried many times with my other retort. It will not seal. But once again, this is going to be in here. So anything that's going to go off is just going to smoke inside of here and will burn up. And then go, you know, out the chimney. The idea is you don't want any of that gas that is coming off of the feedstock. Remember, that's the feedstock is the stuff that you're turning into charcoal. You don't want that going into the atmosphere. That is full of long chain hydrocarbons. It is incredibly polluting. And if you've never smelled it, it smells just like tar or coal, or maybe even a rubber tire burning. Here we go. I got the door cut out. I believe... Well, it's like almost 100 thousandths thick, so it's close to 1/8 of an inch. I think that's, you know, I don't know what gauge steel it is. Anyway, here's what I cut it out of. I got this at the junkyard. It's not a bad idea to, you know, cultivate a good relationship with your junkyard guy. What I got to do next is I'm going to cut some more parts out of that to make a box for the chimney. Now, I'm not going to put the vents in here. This fits really good. I can't hold it up in there and film it. How I did it real quick was I made it a pattern. And I made this pattern right here. There it is, pattern. I made it out of this styrofoam board insulation stuff I had out in the shed that I've been running over with the tractor for a while. And I decided, well, that'd make a good pattern. So I made a pattern, trace it, cut it out with a 4.5-inch angle grinder and cutoff wheels. I haven't decided if I'm going to put vents in the door yet. I do know how to make the door latches. I am going to put one here and 2 along this side. The hinges will go up here. There's a real good video. I'll give that guy credit here in a minute. He showed me how to make a spring handled latch, and he does a really good job. I don't know how many smokers that guy makes a year, but it's a lot. Right now I'm just testing to see how the distribution of the heat is, because you know I want it to go all the way along the length of the barrel that's inside of this fuel tank. Now I only cut one on the other side because seriously, you know, once you cut one, you got to work to cover it back up. So what I'm going to do is to test it. Look at this. I actually learned this from Alton Brown. I've got some snowballs here. Now I didn't weigh them, so they're not exactly the same density, but they're close enough for what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them in 3 different areas here. Let's put one right here. Okay, and we're going to time these. Okay, put another one, I'd say right here. Yeah, right there be another one. And then another one towards the back. I expect the back to be 100% the hottest area. All right, I want the heat zone to be, I'd like them to be relatively equal. All right, now I'm just going to shut this up a little bit. You know, I still want some air in there. This doesn't, these 3 vents right here do not seem to be enough. But right now all my heat's being blown to the back. Now I'm never going to get the burners to ignite because like I said, I don't have anything in the barrel. Mostly I'm just burning off a lot of this. I can tell you right now, take a look. That snowball is melting a whole lot quicker than the 2 in the front. A lot quicker. So it's a lot hotter in the back. But basically, so far what I'm seeing is that even with the door closed, all the heat is going towards the back. Now, why did I put the chimney in the back? I'm not going to close that up. I put the chimney in the back because, guess what? There was already a big pipe fitting back there, and I just torched it out, put a box around it, and that's a chimney from my other retort. I don't really see anything coming out of there. So that's kind of freaking me out. And I think maybe if the chimney was in the middle, would that have drawn the heat more centrally? I don't know. All right, I've got it fired up, and I'm learning some more about venting. Let me tell you one of the first things. That chimney should probably have been in the center. There is it. As we saw with the snowballs, an awful lot of heat's going up that way. Okay, again, you can see. And that barrel needed to be pushed all the way back as far as I could get it. Every time I close the front, that thing dampens down, so I do not have enough vents, which is okay. I think not enough is better than too many. I'm going to put another one right here, just like I got on the other side, and another one right here. I'm not going to do that now, because I'm standing in water. And I did that with a big right-angled electric drill and a hole saw. Yeah, the chimney, if the chimney was in the center, I think that would make a big difference, because right now all the heat is going to the back. I'm using slightly wet priming wood because that's all I had. The feedstock, now there, it's closed off. You can see now that is dampening down up front a whole lot. Now they're in the back, in the center it looks pretty good. In the back it looks excellent. I mean, the back's excellent, but the front definitely suffers. All right, so we're almost 45 minutes into the burn, or at least the primary burn, and I'm starting to see flames come out of the burner now. It's, again, it's not total, it's not sustained, but it's definitely doing some stuff coming out of that burner there. Hard to see in here. Can't see what's going on there. I'm gonna say, yeah, yep, there's even something coming out of the front every now and then. 2 hours into the firing, approximately, it is now retorting. You can see in there, you can see the burners firing. That burner's firing. They're all firing. Alright, so we're at the end of it. Got some issues, no doubt about it. You can see the burner firing there. The front burner, that is a leak. So, you know, this is the same thing that I experienced with the Hookway, was that I could not get the barrel to seal enough so that all the burners would get the required gas. Take a look. The rear burners, well, are they burning? No, they're not. All right. So we can't get this again with one hand. There's a lot of creosote there. That's not a good sign. A lot of strangeness in there. Holding my head against it. Ugh, God, creosote everywhere. Yeah. Disgusting. Resist the urge. See that? That's not good. What is going on? It didn't even get hot enough to burn off all, well? Yeah, see, there's a brown end right there. Still, it's not bad charcoal. Well, I mean, that may not be a brown end. Huh. Well, that's not bad for a first run. It took just about 2.5 hours. Obviously, I'm not going all the way through it. I'm sure this feels like a brown end right here. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's a brown end. Okay, that one did not completely convert, which I expected that because I just didn't get a good seal. Huh. What the heck is... This was a food grade barrel. I don't know what all that stuff is. Hopefully it's not toxic. You wouldn't think it was for being a food grade barrel. I have to burn it a couple more times. The smaller stuff definitely converted to charcoal. The bigger stuff, hopefully stuff in the back. Like you get a piece from the back here. Oh, uh-oh. Look at that. I have got a leak in the back. That's no good. That is no good. Now I have to dump all this out. I have to get that out, or whatever I made into charcoal is going to go up into smoke, like right now. So I got to seal the back too. Oh well. Alright, so it's 7:42. Give you an accurate time there. I'm just now starting the priming fire. The wood inside the barrel right in there, that's called the feedstock. Again, that's white ash, all killed by the emerald ash borer. Thank you very much, China, for that, along with COVID. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep feeding this with this stuff right here and get this all heated up. I got that extra piece of wood there because last time I did this it killed the grass, and it always has. This is what I'm using for prime. It's just broke up skids. I believe these come from Tractor Supply. Okay, so let's see how long it takes. Like I said, 7:40. We'll call it 7:45. Let's see how long it takes before this thing hits full retort, huh? I'm hoping not that long. That's why I set this up like the oven. And once again, this is kind of like inspired by old Charcoal Charlie there. So what are we at? 9:28. 7:45 to 8:45 is 1 hour. So we're an hour and 45 minutes into the firing, and this thing's gone in full retort. Now, I don't know if you can see that. That is where one of the burners is hitting really, really hard. That's low carbon steel, and it's turning red. Unfortunately, I have half of the burners firing again, and the other half aren't, and I don't know why. I know something called the Cananda effect. Now, if you've never heard of the Cananda effect, it's the fluid. Excuse me. Let's try it again. If you've never heard of the Cananda effect, it refers to the tendency of a fluid to follow the wall of its conductor. Now let's show you why I'm not getting all my burners fired. Oh, don't burn me. That's why. Oh, damn it. See? I cannot get a good seal. All of that fire is stuff that should be feeding down through the burners, but it's not, because it's coming out there. I got to develop a better sealing technique, because I'm losing a lot of energy. Ooh. It doesn't matter, I'm still making charcoal. There ain't nothing. Oh God, I can't get close to it. That burner's not firing. That burner is firing. This burner is, the front burner is not firing. Right now it's all retorting out the front of the freaking barrel. Now, not back here. Oh shoot, this is really hot over here. Like I said, you can see that glowing red. So here we are. 7/15, June 14th, 13th, something like that. It's Monday. I have to go check the calendar. So let's do the big reveal. Always check to make sure this thing's cool before you open it up. It did run with the door closed once it went into full retort. Okay, so I got to pull that thing forward, then unscrew this and take this off. Now it leaked really bad around here. Alright, got the sealing ring off it, so let's see what's in there. Again, old Roger the retort here. Oh boy, that looks like that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's all, every bit of it has been converted. Whew. Yep, that's charcoal alright. A lot of it. There you go. All empty. I don't know. It's a lot. I only had 2 brown ends. They were kind of big. Which seriously, I've never ever really converted anything that big anyway. So, sure is a lot easier to unload. You can see the sealing stuff I was talking about right here. This didn't work. It just didn't work. And I doubt it would ever. I probably get one more firing out of it, but I got to come up with another way of sealing the barrel. Alright, there's my vent. Yeah. Now, the size of this thing is just a guess. So here we go. We're 20 minutes into the primary burn. I got that vent. It was just stuck, so I got it going. Right now in the primary, I got it full open. I'm still having to open the door just a little bit to get the kind of priming fire I want. I couldn't make this vent any bigger. I would have been, you know, compromised the structural integrity of the door, and I didn't want to do that. So there you go. So let's see. Do we have any smoke coming out of there? I mean, that's a pretty dang good fire. I am not seeing anything. Oh, it's getting too hot. Still no smoke. This wood, the feedstock, the wood I'm turning into charcoal, is a little wet. Not bad, just a little. See what it looks like over here. Whew, God, it's really hot over here. I wonder why it's so much hotter over here. That's as close as I dare get that. No, I don't see anything. Nothing's coming out of there yet. I wouldn't expect anything to happen for another, you know, what, 25 minutes? Oh, you are dirty. Excuse me. So, yeah, we'll try that again. 1 hour and 15 minutes of the primary burn. I got full retort. As close as I can. That burner is firing really, really well. This burner back here is firing really good too. Hard to see. I can't get close enough, seriously. I mean, it's not like a... This burner on this side is... Oh, God, it's hot over here. Jeez, it's like standing in front of a blowtorch. That thing is firing real good. The front burner is minor league firing. Try the back one again. I don't think the back one's doing nothing. No, the back one's firing too. Okay. Alright, so it took an hour this time. I started with wetter feedstock. That means the wood I was turning into charcoal was a little wet. You know, seriously, look, see? Those are clouds. It's not that we didn't need the rain, we did. So now it's going to get interesting. I've been able to, now I can run it with the door closed, and I've got the, you know, the vent closed about, what, I'm going to guess, let's just say 30 degrees closed. From there to there might be 30 degrees. So we are still in the retort mode, just barely. I'm not sure if this is burning out or what, but I'll tell you the thing I've got the problem with, seriously. Now I can stand here no problem, so it's not nearly as hot. I can't get all the burners to fire at once. I just can't. Too many burners. There's no leakage coming out of the front. I can't see the back. But it really sounds like it's winding down. It's not comfortable here. I wouldn't want to stay here for a long time. I'll go to the other side. I have researched a lot of burner design. That burner is not firing. I can see the hole. Alright, so we're going to redesign the burner? Probably. I actually found some really cool schematics on 1955 burners for blast furnaces online. I saved them. They're in a PDF file. I'm going to look at those and see what makes a burner work better. One of the things I saw, and I hate to say this, is there was a vertical dividing wall going all the way down the pipe. So half the gas went one way or half the gas goes the other. Now, based on what I know about the Conan effect, that's not possible, but that's the way those burners were designed. Only 2 hours into the burn, and I'm going into my second retort. Now, I've got 2 burners. I can't get close to that, but you can see the glow. 2, maybe. No, I got 3 burners on this side going. 3 burners on this side. Oh, it's too hot. It is too hot. And just a minute ago, we could, not even 2 minutes ago, we could walk through there. That's not possible now. That's like Dante's Inferno. We go over here. Okay, so we got 1 burner firing on that side. See the red glow? There's nothing going on up front. So this should be the final retort. It could get better, but I'm still not getting all of my burners to fire. That's all there's to it. Not getting all my burners to fire. 2 hours and 20 minutes into the burn. This is the left side. All burners are firing except the rear. Actually, I can't get too close. No, there is nothing coming out of the rear burner. But you can see that the front 2 burners on this side, let's just call this the starboard side. Right, Lori? It would be starboard. Yeah, okay. Port side. We'll go to the port. I cannot get between here. I know you can't even see my finger. Alright, I can't get between the stove and my shed. And again, it's just the front 2 burners. They're firing where we go. Oh God, it's hot. Oh my God, that is super hot. No, the rear burner is not firing. The rear burner is the first one that went. I'm a little confused about that. Next day. No, it rained last night. Right after we got into bed there. Now it's time to see what we got going. Well, I'll tell you what. There's smoke coming out of here. That's no good. Nope, that's no good. That is on fire. Son of a bitch. Hey, so if you've been watching the video, then you noticed every now and then I'm sending you these little messages that said the burner system wasn't worth a damn. It wasn't. I could never get it to work. Neither could anybody else that I've watched videos. So, this is what Charcoal Charlie told me to do. Sorry about the line. I have drilled 3 half-inch diameter holes in here. One is directly in the center and directly below the seam. I didn't want the weight on the seam of the barrel. So anyway, directly on center, and then one 4 inches from either end. Then I'm going to take this piece of angle iron right here, And I'm just going to set it right over top of those holes. Now what that's going to do, folks, is that is going to keep the fire down here from coming up through these holes and setting the charcoal on fire. I think it'll still set it on fire a little bit, but probably not too much. The idea is as soon as you get this cooled down, you put it in a barrel, an airtight barrel, and it just goes out anyway. So this is as simple as it gets. So here we go, the first test firing with the just the 3 holes in the angle iron. That's what's going on inside there. I'll open that up. Pretty impressive amount of gas coming out of there. I would call that full retort. It's pretty impressive. I am going to close that back up. Well, there it is, folks. About 35 pounds, maybe 40 pounds of charcoal. It's real good. All did it. All converted. Good stuff right here. Simple little burner system. Take a look at that. I mean, that is just simplicity in itself, right? Just a piece of angle iron over top 3 half-inch holes.